So, John Five, welcome to the I Heart Guitar podcast.
Well, thanks for having me.
No problem. So, big news! You're coming to Australia with Jared James Nichols in tow.
Yes, really super excited. We are coming there in April, and I haven't been there in quite a little while now. So, coming there with Jared, and then also coming with a band called From Love to Violence, who's from Australia. So we're excited, ready to do this.
Yeah. Is this your first solo tour here?
Yes, it's my very first solo tour there.
Wow.
So it's, I know, it's crazy. We're really super excited.
Yeah. I saw you play at NAMM a few years ago at, what's it called? The Grove at... No. What's the venue at Art in...
the Grove.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
That was really cool. For those who haven't seen you, which I guess is most Australians, apart from those who have been overseas, it's such a... You put on such a dynamic show. There are so many different kind of musical feels, and I know the time I saw you, you ended with this like massive riff medley that was just one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, we have a new one all set up for when we come over there. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Cool. You chucking in some Aussie classic Aussie riffs. I mean, there's got to be some AC/DC, right?
Yep. There's all sorts of everything. So a little bit of everything. So we're really super excited.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of a little bit of everything, your latest record is, it's pretty diverse. There are some songs that I think you can kind of pop on in the background and groove to, and then it'll switch to the next track, and it's like a really attention-grabbing thing. It's a wild ride.
It definitely is a wild ride. Maybe I should have called it a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So, it definitely has a lot of stuff in it and a lot of notes, that's for sure. And what we do is we're going to be recording a live record, so we're going to be recording the shows in Australia. And but what we do is we play the songs just like how they are on the record, which is very difficult to remember all of that stuff, but it's exactly how it is on the record. And it's a challenge, There's no improv. It's just how it's written, and that's how we play it.
Well, there's currently a bit of a debate in the guitar world where there's a lot of bands are, using too many backing tracks and kind of... I think it's fine if a band uses tracks to fill in some things here and there, but there have been some examples lately where people have obviously been, like, basically miming to certain guitar solos that are too hard to play and stuff. And it's like, it's worth doing it right. The whole point is I can play this, not I can put this together in the studio and then fake it, And I think you're a great example of someone who can play their ass off while being entertaining.
Yeah, I think, that's what it's all about. It's all about entertainment, and that's important because the audience, I'm part of that audience too. I go to shows all the time, and I look to see what to do and what not to do, and I try to use that into my own show. And just to keep it entertaining for not only the fan, but maybe the person that was dragged there by their husband or boyfriend or something like that. So, they're entertained as well, even if they're not a fan.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, like, when you transition, I guess, from being from being the guitarist in a band to being essentially the focal point when you're doing something solo like this, it's got to be a slightly different set of skills to what you use when you're playing with a vocalist like Rob Zombie. You've got to be the guy.
Mm-hmm. That is true. You have to keep everyone entertained with that guitar, and that is your microphone. And it's it was very stressful to do that because I didn't think anybody would really care. But and that's why that's the truth. Is that's why I didn't tour for so long, because I didn't think anybody really cared.
Oh, we care.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth, because I was so, worried that, like, oh, people don't want to hear that, but I'm very happy that they do. So that's why I'm touring and because I enjoy it so much. So, and I've always said, I want to go to Australia. So we finally booked these shows, and it's going to happen.
Yeah, cool. So let's talk guitar, because it wouldn't be I Heart Guitar if I wasn't nerding out about stuff. What are your current guitar obsessions? Whether it's a piece of gear or something to play, like a song or a style. Where are you at right now?
I try to. Well, I don't. I have so much gear. I kind of don't want gear, because people, are like, here, check this out, check that out. And I don't really want it. I just want to play. I just want to play. And so I guess what I'm doing right now a lot is just playing. I just love picking. And I've been just writing. I'm always writing. I'm trying to think of different things, different styles, trying to, just get better all the time. That's what's most important to me.
When you're at your level, how do you get better? Like, it's always possible, but there's got to be a point where you're like, where do I go from here?
You can always get better. I'm always looking for inspiration. I'm looking on the internet and what at different guitar players and what they're doing, and seeing how I can use that, and seeing what inspires me. And that's exactly what I do. I love just being inspired and looking for new things that are going on.
Yeah. The other night I was watching the movie Tangled on Disney Plus, and Mandy Moore plays one of the characters in it, and the first song in the movie she sings, and I was listening to that and I was thinking, man, if I could cop that phrasing on guitar, that would be pretty cool. So it's like, now I'm gonna steal ideas from Mandy Moore.
That's right. You're just being influenced. That's right.
Yeah. Wherever it comes from, as long as it comes out as cool guitar music, what the hell?
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. That's what inspiration is.
Yeah. So, you're a long-time Telecaster guy. Have you picked up any cool new ones recently, or cool old ones?
Not really. I've been just concentrating on playing. Yeah. I've been just playing so much and trying to make everything like simplified, equipment-wise, like gear-wise. Just trying to make it, easy. I just tour with a couple of Boss pedals and a regular amp, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I just want to make it as simple as possible.
Yeah.
So just because one time I was touring and my gear went down, and I remember my tech freaking out because it was only a few hours before we went on. And I said, it's okay, just go to a music store and get whatever there is, and I could do the show. Because everything I use is stock. It's just right off the shelf. It's not modified or anything.
Mm-hmm. And I imagine, Telecasters are so very direct sounding that whatever you plug them into, they're going to have that punch that you need to kind of cut through in a live situation.
Yes. It's... the Tele is always known for a country guitar back in the day and stuff like that, but I just look at it as a great guitar. It's simple. It's not the easiest guitar to play, but I love it.
Hey, side note, are you a Star Wars fan by any chance?
It's funny to say, I am not.
Okay.
Isn't that strange? I mean, I like the movie and things like that, but I'm not a Star Wars connoisseur, if you will, like a lot of my friends.
The reason I ask is that I just started writing for StarWars.com, and I was just thinking, well, maybe we could get a side article out of you talking about Star Wars, but I guess not.
Yeah, Twiggy, our old bass player Manson, was is a Star Wars complete lunatic.
Yeah. I really like your fascination with horror and stuff. There's a whole community of guitar players out there. Obviously Kirk Hammett, Ace Von Johnson. There are people who are into this imagery and this whole scene and stuff. And I always thought that was cool because to me, that kind of darker thing feels like how metal feels. They go well together.
Right. Yeah, it's I love. Yeah, it's so hard to explain, but I think I just love music in general. I really am. I appreciate. It doesn't matter if it's rock or country or bluegrass or Latin or anything. If something's well done, I really, really like it a lot.
Yeah. So, what else can we talk about in the 3 minutes we have left? Is there a dream?
Well, the shows are coming up, and try to get to the shows because we're making a live record.
Yeah.
From and we're going to record a lot of the shows in Australia, so we're super excited about that, and we're going to be rocking that. So those shows will all be recorded for a live record.
Yeah, man, that's going to be cool. Well, thanks for your time. It's always weird doing these short interviews. Sometimes I'll get an hour or something with someone, and you can go in really in depth. When you got to slam it out, it's like, I got to pick my questions and then move on to the next one and get everything.
Well, it was fine, and thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And then, geez, I'll be there soon.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. It's going to be great.